Hero, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, he need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gonna murder that.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Dire Eru. Back again with another podcast, back to back today, man. We talked about Mitchell Robinson a little earlier for those that want to check that out on the replay. Right now, we're going to talk about Indiana Pacers and the Philadelphia 76ers, man. I know we just eliminated the Philadelphia 76ers, but I really don't think that people are connecting the dots between these two teams here. Maybe they have, because I don't watch anybody else's content, to tell you the truth. Let me talk about that for a second, man. Shout out to Twitter Spaces. For anybody who's into Twitter, uses Twitter or whatever, Twitter Spaces. I tried to get into Twitter Spaces, but it gets into that thing where you end up doing this, talking on the phone, and people are getting into their feelings. You know, you're talking on the phone like that. So talking on the phone and having this camera in your face is way different. Two different feels there, man. So I got a chance to listen to some Twitter Spaces today, and they were just talking about a lot of drama, to tell you the truth, man. I feel like YouTube don't have the drama like that. Because like you can literally see the person, you know, you can see the person, you can tell how they're saying it. If somebody has something to say, visually seeing somebody say it is different than having somebody verbally say it on the thing on your phone and stuff like that. So it's definitely a different feel. But there could be beefs on YouTube. You know, you can get into that. Instagram is more beef on Instagram, that type of thing with their live feature. But you know, I'm bringing it up because like the competition as far as the Knicks versus Philly, it can get ugly. You know, the fan bases, we got ugly. They tried to get ugly with us, and we flipped it on their ass in Philadelphia. We took it to the next level. In Indiana, they're like a farm country. They're into basketball, so I think it's going to be a little bit more respectful from our side going to them. But there's some crybabies out there that you're seeing on the internet and stuff like that. But you know, competition, man. Competition is great. You know, you're gonna have competition, but this content creating stuff, man, I'm not into it for competition. I'm not into it to show that I'm the best, even though I might think I am. You know what I'm saying? Just like Philadelphia, you know, Embiid thought that they were better than the Knicks. Oh, we're the better team. We're gonna beat them. We're the better team. Okay, you could think you're the better team, but you have to outwork the best person in order to be considered the best. So I mean. Somebody pointed out on the Twitter space today that CP from Knicks Fan TV, he's the best. You know, they're the best. For whatever opinion you might have on the dude and the way that he conducts his business and stuff like that, you know, he is the best. You know, there's nothing you can say about that. And why? Because he puts in the work. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you right now that I cannot put in the work that those guys do. Even though I enjoy doing content creating, I just cannot put in the type of work that those guys do. That's why they get the benefits they do have though. You know, they're really good at the networking thing. You know, building a brand and you know, being willing to sacrifice a lot of stuff in order to get this content creating stuff going. So right now, I'm sacrificing time with my family right now, you know, to do these podcasts, man. But I enjoy it. I really enjoy talking Knicks. I enjoy getting in front of the camera, breaking down basketball and stuff like that. So it is what it is, man. So I'm just trying to paint the picture between competition as far as doing this type of stuff, which it shouldn't be, because the majority of us are doing it. At least this is my story. I'm doing it because of guys out there that don't look like me, that are making opinions and putting down people that look like me, saying that they know more than I do when they're just a nobody just like me. It's just that they just happen to have a job in a radio and stuff like that. I just don't like how they hang up on callers and talk badly to callers, and there's no repercussions and stuff like that. So I started doing my part because of that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Simeon Russell and guys like that, people that I can relate to, man. That I look at the dude and say, man, this guy's freaking awesome. I can hit him up, he hits me back, and now we're friends. Fast forward all these years later, friends now, literally. You know what I'm saying? I am Jarrell's. I see him in the chat right now. Friend. Met him online and stuff like that. Met him in person, friend. Kareem Grant, friend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I met, through this podcast stuff, man. And we end up meeting people and we're friends now. So it's interesting, man. So that's why I got into it. Not for the competition to show other people how I'm better than you, sharpen my sword and all this other stuff. It's weird, man. But when it comes to sports, like Philadelphia, Embiid got a lot of losses under his belt. Here's another one against the Knicks. He has to reevaluate himself now and the way that he does things. How is he going to get over the hump? Because he keeps getting the short end of the stick. Now the Knicks, a team that he thought that he was better than, we whipped their ass 4-2. You know what I'm saying? So we'll unpack some of that tonight. Indiana as well. You're talking about a team that doesn't have a superstar, right? They say the Knicks don't have a superstar. How come nobody talks about Indiana? They don't have a superstar either. But Halliburton, I guess he's a superstar because like he's the diaper dandy. To copy some Dick Vitale or whatever. He's the golden boy. They want to crown him the prince of the NBA. But Brunson doesn't jump. He doesn't run fast. He doesn't. He's not like handsome and stuff like this and whatever. He's just like a quiet dude that just balls. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But Halliburton has that it factor. He has that little thing that hey, maybe we can sell some Wheaties with this fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sell Wheaties with Brunson. He's trying, but Brunson has an elegance to him. So he'll probably be doing other stuff as time goes on, but he's gonna have to get it out the mud. Guys like Halliburton, the guys that they're always trying to crown as the next, face of the NBA, man. So it is what it is, man. I don't like to talk about that type of stuff, but we're only talking about it because that's the space that we're in now. So let's talk about Philadelphia, man. As far as let's take a look at their rosters, if you're going to compare rosters, if you want to look at Philadelphia, they're more top heavy. They have the names. Kelly Oubre is a guy that's been around the league. He's a guy that can score. He's scored 20 points per game in the NBA before. It was on Charlotte, on a bad team, of course, but he's had countless seasons out there where he played with Washington, he played with Detroit, he played with different teams where he was able to get double figures in scoring throughout his career. So he's a double figure scorer. He showed in this series that he could play defense also, and he plays really good under pressure also. And he could play heavy minutes. He played 42 minutes in the last game. Tobias Harris is a name that rings bells because he's been in the league so long. Basically averaged 15 points per game throughout his career. He's averaged 20 points per game once. I think if outside of Embiid, I think he's the second highest paid player on their team. So he makes a lot of money. So somebody thought that he was really good at one point. That's why they paid him more than Julius, more than Brunson. And that's what they did. But Tobias Harris was 0 for 2 in the last game against the Knicks. Only 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 0 points. Tobias Harris. But anyway, that's the name recognition. We already talked about Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid used to be a MVP. He would have won the MVP again this year if he didn't get hurt. He's another guy that gets hurt all the time. 25 shots on the ball, 48%. He had 39 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. They talk about him being hurt and stuff like that. If he was hurt so bad, he wouldn't be able to score 39 points, man. So he was restricted to being an outside shooter, but he still scored 30-something points. He scored 50 points in one of the games in this series too. So Embiid is who he is. One of the star players of the league, man. Big time scorer, probably the best center in the NBA next to Jokic, probably the second best center in the league. And like I said, MVP of this season more than likely if he didn't get hurt. Kyle Lowry used to be an all-star point guard, man. You know what I'm saying? Down, towards the end of his career. So he's a shell of himself. But the name recognition, I'm just throwing out name recognition. Tyrese Maxey, up and coming young guy, another diaper dandy. They want to make him the face of the NBA. which he probably should be, man. He put on a show, man. The last game he didn't. He only scored 17 points and made me lose my ticket from FanDuel, not FanDuel, DraftKings, excuse me. I would have had $850, but I ended up with zero because he scored 17. I needed him to score 18 anyway. A couple other guys, Nicholas Batum, name recognition. He had a decent career. He's another guy long in the tooth. Buddy Hield, another name recognition guy, somebody that could shoot the three really well. He finally woke up, hit six threes in this game, and he still lost. Mo Bamba never even came off the bench. Mo Bamba, name recognition. He's a guy that we were thinking about replacing Mitchell Robinson with at one point. KJ Martin, another name recognition person. He's Kenyon Martin's son, for Christ's sake. DeAnthony Milton, I don't understand why they didn't utilize him because he's a Nick killer. He's notoriously played well against the Knicks. Another guy, Richie Council, who's another name recognition guy, rookie dude, young player, that has a name that rings bells from the tournament and just from being in college and stuff. So they're a team full of guys that ring bells. Just to compare really quick, I got Indiana's roster here loaded up here to take a look at them on their side. Who the hell is Aaron A. Smith? You might remember him from college, but in the NBA, does anybody know anything about him? Pascal Siakam was in Toronto. They won a championship over there. Okay, so Miles Turner is another guy in Indiana, basically in obscurity. He's been in Indiana for a long time. People don't even know that he actually scored 18 points per game once. He could shoot the three. A lot of people don't really know much about Miles Turner. Tyrese Halliburton, they know about him. He's a guy they try to make the face of the NBA. He actually was doing that. He was playing really well in the beginning of the season. That tapered off. They're blaming it on hamstrings and stuff like that. Whatever, dude. Shout out to Nemhard. Do you know who the hell Nemhard is? Obi Toppin, that might be a name recognition guy, but he's a bottom of the bench dude on the Knicks. Went to Indiana, still playing the same way. TJ McCollum. Anybody knows who the fuck that is? Isaiah Jackson. Who knows who that is? Ben Shepherd. Anybody knows who Ben Shepherd is? Then you go down the line. I think James Johnson, Doug McDermott. Those are the name recognition guys on anything, but they're not even in the rotation at all. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Smith, another guy that used to be in the rotation, not in the rotation anymore. Guys like that could probably help against the Knicks, but those guys are not in the rotation. They basically have a team full of no name people. So to compare both rosters between Philadelphia and Indiana, Philadelphia was a team that was filled with all of the names. Indiana right now is the polar opposite, bunch of nobodies on the squad. So let's take a look at how they play. So basically, the Philadelphia 76ers, they was running an ISO heavy offense where they were utilizing Embiid to go one-on-one, and if he didn't have the shot, he'd kick it out to the three-point shooters. Same thing with Maxey. If Maxey didn't have the one-on-one, getting to the basket and scoring on his own, he would kick it out to the three-point shooters that they have there. So that's the way that they played. Should they have utilized other players? You're going to have to talk to Nick Nurse about that. He's the coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. He did not get the other guys involved. You want to talk about Kelly Oubre? He did score 17 points in the last game, but look at Tobias Harris with 0 points. Kyle Lowry, 0 points. Who else could they look to score? They don't really have too many other guys, but they could have utilized the team a little bit better. Buddy Hield was just chucking shots the last game. He made 6 shots, though. He made 6 threes, but all of those threes are basically chucks, and he made them this time. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't really run offense to get Buddy Hield open. It wasn't really part of the offense. If you take a look at the minutes that he played, he scored 6 3-point shots, but only played 21 minutes. So you mean to tell me he couldn't have expanded the role a little bit? Because Kyle Lowry wasn't playing well. So how come he didn't get those minutes to show what he can do there? Cameron Payne is another guy that contributed. But the bulk of their shots and stuff like that comes from Joel Embiid and Maxey. So really quick, let's take a look at some of their makes and stuff as far as Embiid is concerned. So I'm gonna make this a little larger and make sure just it doesn't make me deaf. So just waiting for Embiid to get the ball here. You see Embiid setting up Hartenstein, turns around, pointing for guys to clear out. As you can see, going one-on-one, nothing you can really do about that. Just a pull-up jump shot in front of Hartenstein, can't do nothing about it. Here goes Embiid setting up Hartenstein again. A little bit of an illegal screen there, fighting, pushing OG on the floor, comes up and just lays it up. Nice and easy. Little limp there, but there's nothing you could do about stopping Embiid at the basket, man. Watch him here against Hartenstein. Just turns around and shoots, looking to get the foul, and he does get the foul. So that was a big thing in the series that he was just getting all these ticky tack fouls. Here he goes again inside. He's got Mouse in the house. They try to put OG on him. OG's a good defender. Turn around and just laid it up. Nothing you could do about that. So it was just Mouse in the house situation here with Embiid. Embiid bouncing one on one against Hartenstein. Hartenstein was a sitting duck there against him. Up and under, simple move, laid right up. You know, how did the Knicks stop that? The Knicks didn't stop it. They had the Knicks strategy was to do the best of stopping the other guys, and they did do that. They totally locked up Tobias Harris. They did a good job against Oubre at certain times, but he healed also, but he came on in the last game. There goes Embiid there shooting all these 3-point shots, man. The last couple games, you want to say he was hurt, but this guy was making all kind of shots. Here he goes inside, simple jab step, pull up, jump shot. Hartenstein just standing there, can't do nothing about it. Crazy. So, that's really much it there with Embiid. If you could take a look at Maxi really quick before we go over to another player, take a look at Maxi, the way that he plays in contrast to what Embiid was doing. Let's take a look at his makes. So when he only got 6 makes in this game, we kind of let him make him work in this game. So let me just get this down here. So Maxey has the ball now, dribbling, trying to go one-on-one here, crosses over, takes on the whole Knicks team, goes right at the basket. Right behind a Mitchell Robinson is trying not to foul him. Looking for Maxey here. Maxey they just gotta steal. Here goes Maxey running the full court, pulling up in transition threes. Knicks cannot defend transition threes, man. So Maxey knows that. So he pushed the Knicks by himself and just pulled up. Here he goes, just blowing past Mitchell Robinson, taking a lot of contact, still was able to finish that bucket there. So we just couldn't stop Maxey, man. In this game, I thought we did a better job at it because he only had 17 points. But some of these other games, man, if I could show some replays from that, here he goes attacking Brunson all the way to the basket, taking the pump and dump, and then laying it right in his face there. There's nothing we could do about that. Fast break buckets with the Knicks is our pet peeve if they have one guy that can do that. And transition 3-point shots is tough for us too. So one-on-one defense against a major player like Maxey is going to hurt us. But what the Knicks did, Knicks said, you know what, we're gonna live and die by letting these guys do their thing, and then we're just gonna stop everybody else, man. So that was the Knicks strategy. So this is towards the end here. That was Maxey's last shot. So the Knicks did their job though. You know what I'm saying? But that's how Indiana manufactured points. If you could take a really quick look at what way Oubre scored, at just a comparison, take a look at Oubre. He scored 3 3-point shots here. Let's take a look at him. Here he goes here. You see Oubre in the middle there. Josh Hart tried to save it, and Oubre was always opportunistic, with the shots that he took. Very opportunistic, able to finish, whatever the Knicks gave him. So as you look at Oubre there in the corner, Josh Hart was a little bit too far, catch and shoot under a lot of pressure there, blowing a kiss to the crowd and stuff like that. Definitely a showman for Kelly Oubre. Take a look at Kelly Oubre, top of the key now, ends up getting the a steal here. Kelly Oubre was able to finish in transition. That's one thing that he was able to do, get up over the top of certain Knicks players because he was taller, so taking advantage of the height. Here he goes playing defense against Brunson. Knicks are going to make a turnover there. A little light pass there. He got into the passing lanes and in the fast break, able to be opportunistic once again and get another basket. So here goes Batum shooting. Trying to keep a look at Oubre. Oubre's there, top of the key, another opportunistic bucket. So that's how they were able to stay into it, man. The Knicks usually did a good job of stopping these opportunistic buckets. But Kelly, shout out to Kelly Oubre. It goes another one. Just got the ball at the right time and just made a tough shot, even though he was heavily contested there by OG. Just the focus of Kelly Oubre there. Definitely got kudos to him. Here he goes again, just floating in the right spot, able to get the rebound and dunk it back in there, sneaking in there. The Knicks did not see him. So he was just very opportunistic the way that he scored. So that's how he got it, how he got buckets. So how did Philadelphia lose against the Knicks? They just didn't involve the team better. So a guy like Kelly Oubre who can score, you know what I'm saying, he just got his buckets off of, you know, opportunistic stuff. They didn't involve him in the offense where they weren't running plays for him. They didn't have him running, cutting to the basket or anything like that. He was just sneaking into space, getting steals and getting out on the fast break, catching and shooting, that type of thing, which is not his game. So credit to Kelly Oubre for changing what he normally does, in order to better for the team. But it was just not a good idea with the way that Philadelphia was playing against the Knicks here. So let me just bring this back to the homepage here. And take a look at Indiana. So you got guys like Naismith, say Siakam, and Miles Turner. So Miles Turner and Siakam, we'll talk about them along with T.J. McCollum and how they attack the Knicks. Also, Nemhard too. Nemhard made 4 buckets. So we take a look at all these guys here. One thing about Siakam, you want to put OG on Siakam, and I think that Siakam had OG in his back pocket, man. We're looking at Pascal here, top of the key being guarded by Josh. Gets underneath the basket there, because the Knicks were kind of playing like a pseudo zone. So Siakam was always getting loose here. Here he goes one-on-one against OG, and I thought he was just abusing OG here. Just goes in there, take a couple dribbles, spin right over top of him, and just make the nice hook shot. Nothing OG could do about that. So OG was had the task of guarding Embiid in the last series, man. So you would think that him guarding Siakam would be a lot easier. But watch this, another turn and shoot. Nothing that OG can do about that. Just turning with that hook shot, OG's stuck on his heels there. There's nothing he can do about that. So watching here, him getting loose, whereas he's being guarded by OG there. The ball's gonna get to him. OG swing over and for Pascal Siakam to get that 3-point shot in the corner. OG had to pick his spot, either let Nemhard shoot it or Halliburton shoot it or let Siakam shoot it. Here he goes again, one-on-one, just getting into a spot, turning and shooting. Nothing that OG can do about it. OG just took the bump and the guy just came and shot right over top. And here he goes attacking OG again. So this is like him in practice in Toronto. This is what he did to OG in practice. They just got him in space, letting him get into these pro hop moves here, and he was able to finish every single time. Here goes Siakam here again. OG at this time is behind him, too far behind him, not paying attention. And Siakam has the same size, same athleticism as OG, and he was able to get open for those scores there. Here it goes again. Siakam there fighting for the rebound. He's going to find OG isolated again. Barbecue chicken. Drives to the basket, takes the bump, and just extends right to the basket and lays right over top of his head. So that's going to be an interesting matchup there, OG versus Pascal Siakam. Because Siakam is absolutely not afraid of this guy. And we all look at OG as one of the top defenders in the league. And, Pascal Siakam kind of made him look like a baby. Shout out to Miles Turner. Miles Turner is a soft player, but he scored like 20 something points against us, man. So let's take a look at what he did as compared to just being able to get in there to cause defensive disruptions. Here he goes, kind of like the trailer. Knicks forgot all about him. He's able to finish on the inside, nice and easy. Uh, there goes Miles Turner in the corner. I mean, going down the lane there, just fighting in there, tapping and whapping. Just driving, catching the Knicks down on the heels. Hartenstein was out of the play. Here goes Miles Turner, top of the key, shooting threes. That's what he does there. You want to talk about, Embiid shooting the threes and that type of thing. He's more like a soft version of what Embiid was doing to us. Here he goes, Embiid there, stopping and popping there in the paint, kind of similar to what Embiid was doing. That's one thing that we got to stop. We can't let Miles Turner do this to us there. Here he goes, cutting to the basket. Knicks forgot about him again. Very patient on the inside. So some of his misses towards the end there, the Knicks were able to stop him. But here he goes again, fighting on the inside. Now OG's tasked to guard him there. So OG's a really good defender, man. But if the guy has position on him and turns and shoot, OG kind of is like left in no man's land. Here we go again on the inside, just catches the ball and just shoots right over top of the short of Brunson. So again, very opportunistic, very patient. Just doing what he's supposed to do, not doing anything more than what he's supposed to do. Here goes a nice clutch jump shot here that counted. Very confident, super confident, talking junk and stuff like that, man. So one thing that we need to do if we're going to survive this series is we got to find Miles Turner. Miles Turner's not that good, man, but if you give him space, he's going to get confidence and he's going to be able to knock those shots down, man. Let's take a look at Nemhard. Only 4 shots, real quick, and then we'll also take a look at T.J. McCollum, who was killing us the entire game. So with Nemhard gets into spots where it's like pro moves. Here he goes in the corner for 3. So these corner threes are killing us. We got to find those guys, man, because Indiana's going to get a lot of transition threes in the corner. Here it goes, Nemhard there. He's on the right-hand side. He's gonna get the ball. So whenever he gets the ball, he always gets to the foul line extended, trying to get these little foul line kind of moves that he does. Similar to what DeRozan does. So here he goes again, gets right to the foul line extended, looking to make a move, just shoots right over the top, with the defense on the heels. He did that the entire game, man. So I believe there's one more shot to take here. Here he goes again. Halliburton's doing his thing, but Nemhard again, taking his little dribbles, trying to get right into the foul line extended, pull up. Nice little layup that time. To get the defense on their heels there. So look out for Nemhard, man, because I think that's the Achilles heel for the Knicks, man. These little pro moves and stuff. The Knicks are built to stop like the offense or whatever, but these little pro style moves, the Knicks always get caught in moves like this, man. So if you could look at Colin McCollum, this is going to tell the tale of how the Knicks are going to get destroyed here because Halliburton didn't really score a lot. He did get 8 assists, but let's take a look at the way McCollum was able to get buckets, and this is what's going to kill us here in this series if you don't get a handle of it. So I'll call him there, as you can see him on the top of the key there. He's going to get another corner three, corner threes, corner threes, corner threes. Everybody's shooting them in the Indiana. They turn around talking shit to the Knicks bench. Here he goes here. McCollum's there waiting to get the ball here as the point guard. Full head of steam right to the basket, not afraid of contact, not afraid to get into the basket, absolutely not afraid of Mitchell Robinson and Precious down there. Here goes McCollum again, getting inside, right to the foul line, shooting the jump shot with the defense on their heels there. So here goes McCollum kind of running in place, attacking the basket, not afraid of what's going on with the Knicks there. We got OG there, Hartenstein and everything on their heels, blowing right past them. Again, going around the corner, pulling up right at the rim, scoring there. So these are little things that Knicks are gonna have to figure out because it seems like every single time, here goes McCollum again, just runs right down the lane there, shoots right over top of the guys there with the Knicks on their heels, kind of just watching the play. Here goes McCollum again. So McCollum gives the Turner. He's gonna get the ball back here. So here he goes again, just watching the play develop, spins and just goes baseline right to the basket, right to the basket with Mitchell Robinson there, DiVincenzo, all these guys that could defend the paint. As you can see, Josh Hart was pissed off there. So McCollum's going to end up getting the ball here, attacks the basket, nice and easy, very opportunistic, understanding that the lane is open, going right to it. Here goes a turnover by the Knicks there. Josh Hart blows it. McCollum picks it up. It takes a full court. Head is up, taking a look, but he goes right down the teeth of the defense, and Knicks are not able to stop it. Got Mitchell Robinson right there. OG's right there. Nobody's able to stop the ball. So those are little things there that are really going to kill the Knicks, man. Another thing that Indiana does that Philadelphia absolutely didn't do was putting the Knicks on their heels, man. So this is the last video I'm going to look at here, and then we could talk more in depth about some other things. But take a look at Halliburton here. If they can't get the fast break going, wait, let me just show this again. If they can't get the fast break going, well, look at Halliburton. He comes to get the screen and he tries to cut to the basket. There he gets the corner three. So let's see if we can get some more of this like pseudo fast break style of basketball that they do. Here on the inside, good defensive play there by Turner. So here comes Indiana, full fast break. Obi gets it over to Halliburton. Halliburton on the inside. That's where you found Turner for the dunk. I actually want to see these pseudo fast breaks. See, so the Knicks kind of stop the ball, but they like to set a high screen there at the top of the key to allow the drive and kick game to go on. So I count that as a transition bucket. I don't know if that's what the league does. So here goes Halliburton. Halliburton's going to get the ball now. Siakam's going to set the screen and then gets Siakam going downhill there. That's to me, that's a transition bucket to me. Here goes a nice steal to give it out to Halliburton. Pushes the ball right to the basket, alley-oop to the rim. Super quick, man. The way that these guys get up the court here to score these baskets are very quick. They get the defense on their heels, and Knicks don't play good defense if we're running backwards. So here goes Nemhard. I'm not Nemhard. That's Naismith there to find a 3-point shot in the corner. So these are all assists here. So I'm trying to get Halliburton. Here goes Halliburton here coming around the screen. Knicks were able to stop him, but they got Turner going to the basket. Here goes Brunson there, blows it. OG blows a wide open 3-point shot. That would have busted the game wide open. But here goes Halliburton with their guys getting wide open, man. Obi got right up on that rim. So they get down the court really fast, man, and they just score buckets so fast. So one thing I wanted to point out is just the way that Indiana gets out on the break, man. When they get out on the break, they're trying to get up the court so fast. But if the Knicks stop them in time, they come out and they let the ball handler pick up the ball at the half court line. Then they send a screener, and then now once you set the screener, now you got the point guard running full speed at the rim. So now you started a fast break again. So now they get back into their fast break motions there. So that's going to be a big problem for the Knicks. The Knicks can't stop their pushing. They push the ball very well. So the Knicks don't play well, like I said, with their heels when they're back on their heels. Indiana was able to score at will, but they also score at will after the Knicks, if the Knicks do successfully stop them, they like to set it up again where they try to send Halliburton off the screen and he flies off the screen. McCollum does the same thing. They fly off the screen. Now they're in a fast break situation again because they send the screener right to the basket and they send the guys to the corners for those corner threes. And I count all those motions as transition buckets. How do we stop Indiana? Indiana does not play well in a half court set if they can't get those motions going. If they can't, if Indiana can't get those fast break style motions going on the offense in the half court, then they can't score. Then it comes down to the Knicks being able to rebound, being able to play defense, being just being a little bit more hungry and opportunistic, with the dirty, with the like not the dirty plays, but like just the lunch pail style plays, diving for loose balls and that type of thing. I think the Knicks just have all those intangibles. So when the game does slow down, just like it did in game one, the game slowed down and the Knicks kind of like eliminated their fast break attack down the stretch. That's when the Knicks can able to capitalize and stuff because Indiana just like Philadelphia, they're psychologically trying to be more physical than the Knicks instead of just playing harder. They too busy focus on being more physical. That's why Philadelphia lost because Philadelphia kept trying to bully the Knicks and the Knicks never came back at them. We just continued to play hard while they were trying to play dirty. So Indiana, they're going to be trying. They're in their minds trying to play physical with the Knicks instead of just playing basketball. And I think that's going to be their problem. Rick Carlisle was very calm and collective, no yelling and screaming. He had a spit cup. He was spitting in his spit cup and digging in his nose. They called him digging in his nose and eating his boogers and shit on the camera. I wish we can do a highlight tape of that. But Carlisle was doing all that nasty shit, man. Super calm and cool. So I think that Indiana thinks that they can just steamroll through any game and outscore the Knicks. But they did not take into account the intangibles the Knicks bring as far as not just playing hard, not playing physical. It's just us playing hard, the determination, the way that where our guys never give up. I believe teams don't get that about us, man, and that's the reason why we're able to win these games, man. So this is just me breaking down Philadelphia and Indiana. Why we beat the Sixers? We beat the Sixers because they tried to outbully us. They thought they had enough with Maxey and Embiid, to be able to beat us. Maxey, averaged like damn near 30 something points for the entire series, just about. This guy Embiid absolutely averaged like 30 something points for the series. Still got his rebounds. He got double digit rebounds. Maxey still was able to get his damn near triple doubles every single night, and they still lost. You know what I'm saying? We quote unquote don't have a superstar, but Brunson damn near averaged 40 something points against Philadelphia. I think he averaged 35 points, including this Indiana game. The last 4 or 5 games for Brunson is averaging 40 points per game. So right now in this series is weird. Brunson is actually the best player on the floor at all times out there. He's better than Halliburton. He's better than anybody on Indiana. So that's different. This is something that we never had in the last few years where we actually have the best player on the floor. But when it comes down to this series, Indiana doesn't have that guy like an Embiid. Even though Miles Turner can pretend to be Embiid sometimes, like he did the last game, they don't have a Maxey. Even though McCollum did a damn good job of imitating Maxey the last game. Halliburton is supposed to be that guy, but he only had 6 points. So the last game was weird. I don't know if that's going to be the same thing that's going to happen for the entire series. But one thing I will say outside of Philadelphia and Indiana, Philadelphia didn't scare us, didn't scare me because they did not get the rest of the team involved. So I wasn't scared about Philadelphia the entire time. I was shocked the fact that they were so clutch and they never gave up. They gave us everything they had, but the Knicks still beat them. So that was a little bit shocked by Philadelphia, how dirty they played and stuff like that. They scratched and clawed. But Indiana, I don't think they're going to do that. But I just think Indiana is a little bit too overconfident where they feel like they can just outscore us at any given time. So, I think in the playoffs against the Knicks, there hasn't been any team that cracked the other team. So we were talking about, that amongst, our guys at these watch-alongs that nobody's blowing anybody out that the Knicks played. And nobody blew anybody out against Philly, and nobody blew anybody out here with this Indiana game. We only won by 4. You know what I'm saying? So I think we will see a blowout at some point. Don't be alarmed if in game 2, Indiana comes out there and blows the Knicks out the water. Don't be surprised if the Knicks do win the next game, that one of those games in Indiana that we get smoked. Don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? So don't get alarmed. Don't get shocked. Don't get rattled because it could happen with a team like this. They score. These guys can score. And I think I'm a little bit more afraid of these guys than I am of Philadelphia. Can we win the series against India? Absolutely. I think we're going to win the series, but it's not going to be rock'em sock'em like against Philadelphia. It's definitely going to be a different look against Indiana. It's definitely going to be more of a finesse game. But I just think the Knicks have all the intangibles needed to win the series when it counts. I think the Knicks run the ball enough to still play with Indiana. So I just like excuse me, I like our chances against Indiana. So I will say this though. I wish that we had Julius and I wish we had Mitch. I wish we had Bogey because if we were fully healthy with those three guys on the roster in the rotation, we would have smoked Philly. They wouldn't have won one game, and Indiana would have no chance against us if we were fully healthy. But here we are playing with less players, man, and we're still out here competing. So much luck to the Knicks, man. Game two is tomorrow. I will be uptown in Washington Heights at a bar. I can't think of the name of the bar. I forgot to pull it up again in this pod here. But I will be with the Morning Brew Sports guys. This is their watch along, so I will be hanging out there. So if you make your way uptown, at the Washington Heights, hit me up on social media. Let me know that you're gonna be there. That way I can make sure I say what up to you guys. If I don't recognize you, or whatever, please say something to me. Because some people people know who I am or want to say something, but they don't say anything. So just say what up. Say hey, what's up, Dara. I know who you are, and I'm definitely gonna say what up, and I'm definitely gonna make the time to hang out because I'm there to hang out. You know what I'm saying? So if you recognize me, that would make my day number one. And then now you're absolutely gonna have somebody to hang out and watch the game with, man. So yeah, man. Let's enjoy the game for game two. I think we're gonna win. We'll see what happens. But let me say what's up to the chat before we get up out of here. January Sports again here for the second pod for the evening. I Jarrell is back also. So is Kareem Grant. Jackal's here for part two. So he's praying no more injuries to our squad. Yeah, man. Mitchell Robinson is hurt. So I don't think Mitchell Robinson being out is going to hurt this series. I think Precious is going to come in. He's probably going to do well for us there. I think we need Precious for the series in order to get through it. But Mitchell Robinson, losing him is bad. We definitely need all the guys because Tom Thibodeau's playing guys 40 minutes. So the next game, I don't know what he's going to do with Precious because he didn't play Precious much the last game. But now with Mitch out, Precious is going to have to play more by default. So we'll see what Tom Thibodeau does, man. Tom Thibodeau's a madman. Shout out to Nick's Deli. What up, Nick's Deli? He puts out good content. You want to talk about somebody that works hard, man? This motherfucker works hard, bro. He puts out shorts, he puts out live videos, he puts out recorded videos. You know what I'm saying? So puts out a lot of work for in the Knicks community and stuff, man. So definitely shout out to Nick's Deli. We should do something together. Why not, right? A little bit of collaboration there. New Breeze Sports, he's here also. So New Breeze Sports, 313. What's going on, my man? So I got a bad memory too. I can't remember who's who also, man. So like I said, if you guys coming out to these events, man, if I don't recognize you, don't take it personal. Just say what up. Say what up and let's get it together. Let's have some fun. Traby Ryan, shout out to him. He's the creator of the Dire Knicks theme song, man. So I'm gonna finish the podcast with that today. Shout out to Trav. You got a mighty finesse in the place to be. He said, I would love to see Jericho Sims get minutes. He might get some minutes the next game. Jericho Sims, he might actually play well against Indiana also. So, we'll see. We'll see what Tom Thibodeau does, man, because we went to Jericho Sims the last couple of years when we needed him, and he was able to contribute. We went to him this year too, man, when Hartenstein was hurt, and Jericho Sims was able to hold it down for a small stint in time. And with Jericho Sims is not going to save the season, but he can give us some minutes, to hold us down. Sims can rebound well. He can rebound well sometimes. He'll rebound well one game, and the next game he'll be completely useless, man. So that's what Jericho Sims brings. So Generation Jail, what up, my man? Big bro, what's good? Definitely good to see you up on here. One more time for a new breed. He says, Ebru, do you see Precious getting some minutes in this series? Right now he has to because Mitch Robinson is hurt. So take a look at the last game again, real quick. As far as the minute breakdown with Mitchell Robinson only had 11 minutes. Precious only had 4. So we're talking about 15 minutes there. So can Precious get 15 minutes? He should. So by eliminating Mitchell Robinson, who's going to be that next guy that we bring in? Is it going to be Alec Burks? By default, Alec Burks is the next man up, right? I don't think we're going to go to Diake. I don't think we're going to go to Jeffries. Shake Milton, I don't think we're going to go to him either. But we got Jericho Sims and we got Jacob Toppin. I don't think we're going to go to him either, or Charlie Brown. I don't think we can go into any of those guys, man. So outside of Alec Burke and Jericho Sims, I think those are the two guys that we might go to. But right off the bat, Precious Achiuwa, 15 minutes. He has 15 minutes outside between what was given last game with 11 minutes for Robinson and 4 for Precious. I see 15 minutes right there for Precious. So we'll see if he can contribute, man. We definitely gonna need all hands on deck, man. So definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. Salute DHK fam. I like the way that looks there, man. Shout out to Mighty for one more time. He says, I think Precious is too small to be guarding Miles Turner. Maybe so, but also this guy, Miles Turner, is kind of light in the ass, man. He's not a physical player. He's tall, 6'11", 250. He does have strength to him. He has a finesse game, able to finish and stuff. But I think the way that the Precious plays defense, he's able to contest shots without fouling. So I think that's what Precious is going to do. He's going to bring that to the table. Shout out to Precious blocking Joel Embiid's 3-point shot down the stretch in one of those games against the Sixers. So I mean, Precious can defend, man. So don't count him too short there. But anyway, this your boy Ebru. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, please hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up if you haven't done so already. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And on your way out, hit the thumbs up. It helps out the algorithm. Like I said, these super chats that everybody gives, that's all great, but YouTube eats most of that. You know what I'm saying? But outside of monetary value, man, hitting that thumbs up is better than anything, man. So if you can hit the thumbs up and please subscribe, I will appreciate that, man. So shout out to everybody that will watch this on the replay. Shout out to everybody that's watching it now. Thank you for tuning in. Let me slide over to the next frame here. This is your boy Eru, as I do in the pod. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb salute. That's what you do when you see a diehard, and that's catch you guys maybe tomorrow. I might do some content before we start watching the game. Depends on what happens. If not, I'll see you guys not tomorrow, but the next day, to do some recap. And we're also doing a morning brew nightcap at 10:30 also, man. So tune in for that. Should be interesting, man. Phil is in New York, so we'll probably be hanging out together and stuff, man. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And since Trav is in the building, let's do the Die Hard Knicks outro here. Die Hard Knicks outro and the place to be. See you guys next time. Peace.
Eru, I see you. Die Hard. Trav. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, he need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, man, he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it is on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder that.